I don't care as far as chapters are concerned, really. For me, teaching means as long as you can take something new, you're excited about it, that's more important. All right, so the liver has a bile, right? It produces bile. Liver produces bile, but that bile is stored. What is the job of the bile? The bile is a liquid. It's a greenish colored, yellowish colored liquid. Every time you throw up, ever had a drink too many? Right? Then you throw up, right?
That's throwing up.
And what are you throwing up? And it's bitter, right? Very, very bitter. That bitter taste, that yellowish, greenish thing, that is bile. That is bile.
There's nothing left in your stomach.
Yes, because you're healing and you're throwing out bile. And
So
this,
that's the bile.
that's the bile. And this bile is basically used, like Mr. Clement said, is used for breaking down the fats, right? So if there's no bile, you can eat fats and suddenly you feel absolutely full. And that bile is produced by liver, but it is stored in an organ called the gallbladder. It's stored in an organ called the gallbladder because you need to keep it stored. So every time you go to soul food, go to Mertz and have some soul food, right? You certainly need tons of bile at that time, isn't it? So there should be a storage
Break it down.
so that the bile comes in and breaks it down, right? So, and also what happens is people who eat a lot of fats, right? Then what happens is it becomes to hell with these guys. They're eating just too much. I'm not going to work on it. So it becomes stagnant and you start making stones there in that area, right? So here it is. If you see out here, I'll show you. This is your, do you see this greenish color thing right now because it's a baby? This is your, there it is. I'm taking it out. Here it is. Here is your, this organ is your, there. Here. That's your gallbladder.
So is your colon connected to?
Not colon. Now I'm coming to that question.
Um,
So this basically bile, this bile gets secreted. It goes from this pipe. Do you see this pipe? It's a very, very thin pipe. Very, very thin out here, right? In fact, I have operated almost 5,000 gallbladders. Literally, I'm not kidding, 5,000 gallbladders. Even today, if I am to tie this when I enter the abdomen, right? When I put a staple or a clamp there, my heart is still beating at 200 beats per minute because this bleeds like hell. And it's so tiny, if you can't see it, you skip it, you know.
Well, how big is it, like in our size body? Is it the same size or?
That artery is almost this thin. It's almost this thin.
And so that's what you had to step off.
You have to staple off and start the bleeding. The cystic artery. Anyway, so from here, there's a pipe that releases the bile into just after the stomach. And that area is called you'll learn it, it's called the duodenum. It's a C-shaped structure called the duodenum. That's where it gets released.
can you pronounce that one more time?
Duodenum. It is written as D-U-O, like duo, D-U-O-D-E-N, duodenum, U-M, but pronounced as duodenum, D-W, all right? So, all right, now, and I'll show you the duodenum. So here we go, guys. This is the big organ here is your stomach. This is your stomach. That's where the food comes, right? And the food is coming from where? From the food pipe. So esophagus. So let us try to find the food pipe somewhere here. Let me take out this liver, right? So that we can. I'm going to take out the liver so that we can come to the food
Well,
pipe.
why are you doing that? You know, like when people drink alcohol a lot and they liver, like it make your eyes yellow?
Isn't that jaundice?
Are you talking about jaundice?
Good question.
Doesn't it have to do with your liver?
Yeah,
Very
the
good
liver produce
question.
Too much.
Go ahead. Good.
If your liver is producing too much of the yellow pigmentation, your whole body becomes jaundiced, not just your eyes, but your skin. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, I just told you, now you should be able to answer all these questions gently. See what happens is, you just said color is due to what? Color is due to bile. Color is due to bile. Now what happens when somebody is an alcoholic? and somebody's an alcoholic. Alcohol damages the liver, right? And your bile salts, they cannot produce bile, right? So what happens is they start getting collected in the yellow color starts getting collected under the skin and mucous membrane and all that, and starts getting yellow.
Doesn't a lot of babies get jaundice?
Yeah, my daughter.
Every baby gets jaundice. Every
So,
baby.
why is that?
Oh, okay. See, you guys are asking very good questions, really. And write me a short note, but I'll explain it to you right now. All of you, note it down. All right, that's it. See, you ask questions, you get to get homework, right? So, and every baby is jaundiced. Every baby is jaundiced. It's called, no, you should ask. Okay, don't write. All right. It's called neonatal jaundice. It's called neonatal jaundice. Newborn jaundice. See, what happens is, all of us, in our blood, we have got red blood cells, right? Now, red blood cells are, why do we have red blood cells?
Hemoglobin.
Very nice.
oxygen.
McCoy, you're awesome. Yeah. So, to carry the oxygen, right? To give us as a nutrient. And why do we need oxygen?
To
Breathe.
to live.
No, you breathe to take in the oxygen. But why do you need oxygen?
To supply cells, for new cells.
Yes.
To allow our organs to function.
Yeah, but before that you said the correct answer. Energy, and what is that energy called?
ATP.
Where is it made?
In the car crash, I don't know.
That's right. What does mitochondria need?
I don't know.
Two things. It needs oxygen and food,
And food.
right? So now what happens is, how does it go to mitochondria? It goes with the red blood cells. In the red blood cell, why are the red blood cells red? Because they contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. Now what happens is, they all have a life. Every red blood cell in our bodies has got a definite life, 120 days.
120 days.
They die on the 121st day or 128th day, right? Now when they die, this hemoglobin breaks down, right? It breaks down, and it breaks down into, forget that, it breaks down into two words, heme plus globin. And that gives you your yellowish color. And where does the heme go now? It goes to the liver and makes your bile, helps in making the bile. In a child, what's happening? In a baby that's born, right now the baby has got mom's blood
In his side.
in his,
So
this
his
thing.
sister had-
His own blood,
Okay.
mom's blood, right? So when it is born, now what happens? This particular pipe closes, I told you, the baby starts developing its own blood. Its own blood does not like mom's blood that was there. Mom's blood is a little bit still there, right?
Right.
So what does it do? It starts killing the red blood cells. So when it starts killing red blood cells, you get jaundice.
So I had a question. So when my daughter had jaundice, my doctor told me to give her vitamin D supplements. And why is that? Why?
That is wrong.
Yeah.
That is not
It's
vitamin.
gonna go away by itself, right?
No, not vitamin D. See, what happens is, we always tell the babies to, okay, let me explain it. No, I'm trying to make it, how to explain it in an easy way. Is, we expose them to ultraviolet radiation, right? Ultraviolet radiation produces vitamin D, right? Vitamin D and vitamin K, they tend to go together, and they are the ones that basically wipe out or do the anti stuff of this neonatal jaundice and look after that. So, but I've never seen anybody giving a vitamin D supplement. Normally we say put them under that UV UV bed, or just
The bullet lights.
best is put them out in the light, in the sun. That's the best thing to do. It normally lasts within 14 days. The babies are okay.
Well, see, my daughter's hers lasts for only 14 days.
Maybe that's the reason they give you an extra supplement, but normally, all right. So here it is, right? So I'm going to remove this just to have some extra space to myself. So here it is. So this was the heart and the gallbladder. This is the liver, and this is the gallbladder here, right? That little thing is the gallbladder, and the stones are there, right? And so here it is, and this is your, and what is this? This is your this is the,
Membrane.
no, this is the diaphragm.
Oh,
The
diaphragm.
That's diaphragm, right? And this is the membrane. Of course, they are all continuation. And now, this is your
Stomach.
And this is a diaphragm. Inside the diaphragm, there's a hole from where the food pipe is coming. Look at this.
Right.
The food pipe is continuing as the stomach.
Like a bagpipe.
Like a bag, exactly, like a bagpipe. Absolutely, ma'am. Like a bagpipe. I'll just clean it up so to show you. All right, here's your stomach. Here is your stomach. All right. Now, if I lift the stomach up like this, I'm going to lift it again. I told you all organs are surrounded by membranes. You see that membrane? If I lift it up, this particular organ now that I'm like a leaf. Do you see this? It's broken.
Broke
That's
the
okay.
leaf.
I broke the leaf. It's very delicate. This is called the spleen.
Oh, that's the spleen.
Yeah, I ain't got one
I-
there.
In a pig, it looks like this, like a leaf, but in human being, it looks like a kidney shaped, a different shape. So the spleen is the place which is really required for immunity, and also the red blood cells in the cells go through this. All right. So this is spleen. Now under this is, I'll just show you something very, very nice out here.
But sickle cell patients usually lose their spleen.
That's right. This is the stomach. Let me just clean it. There. All right. So we got this here. Now, if you see this, this is the duodenum. This area is the here. This continuation of duodenum. All right. Now this is where your gallbladder releases the bile. Sometimes the stone is formed in this place. Now that's the time you put in the tube through your mouth, right? That's the question you ask. You put the tube in your mouth and try to take out the stone from here. All right? Or put in a stent so that the bile can be drained. Otherwise, the person will have jaundice. Not in the colon. Colon is right in the out here at the bottom.
Somehow it got in the colon. Like, he almost died. Like, we didn't know what was happening.
No, he must have died. He must have not died. He must have got worse. Must have got worse.
The gallstone got into his colon somehow.
No, gallbladder will go to the colon if it gets
okay.
released. Think about it. This is all intestine. Ultimately, it'll go into the colon. It'll go into your rectum. It'll go out. The point is that is not dangerous. That is not dangerous. Once it goes to the colon, means it's going to pass out. What is dangerous is when it is in the duodenum, at that area. That's the place. This place is the most dangerous where it gets caught.
Can it go into the urethra too?
No, it can't because this is this is the intestine. Urethra is a different pipe.
Okay, so why do people say they got the pea kidney stones? That's different.
That's the kidney stone.
Oh, okay.
Not gallbladder
Not
stone.
gallbladder, but okay.
Not gallbladder stone. Right? So now I want you all to see another organ. Come on, get up. I want you to see. One of the most important, not one of the, I think really I call it the most important. You see this like this organ, this whitish thing, within the duodenum out here, right? This is called the pancreas, guys. This is the pancreas. All right, this is the pancreas. This is the one that produces insulin, and this also produces almost all the enzymes that help in digestion of food. Almost every enzyme is produced here. All right, this it is very difficult to find it. I'll try to clean it for you. Here it is, and this is the most dangerous cancer, pancreatic cancer, and causes jaundice and everything. Now you see, why is it dangerous? It is so deep. By the time the person starts having a problem, it almost spread. Yeah.
so that's an overgrowth of cells.
Yes, overgrowth of cells, absolutely.